Sylvia, welcome. Thank you for your time.
Great to be here.
Welcome to the Early Learning Nation studio.
Yes, I'm really excited about this.
We're glad to have you. The Girl Scouts organization is iconic. It is a centerpiece of American culture. Why are you at a conference on early learning?
You know, early learning is so important for kids' lives, and at Girl Scouts we start from age 5 all the way to age 17. Recently we partnered with Head Start because we know Head Start gives kids all these tremendous advantages, and we want to keep them going. You know, that sense of curiosity, that sense of wonder. And at Girl Scouts we really help girls learn how to develop courage, confidence, and character, and have all these amazing life skills. So what greater partner than to be with early childhood or Head Start?
And so tell me about that partnership. What does it mean? How do you bring the tools, the Head Start tools, to the group? Because you've got an incredible audience of girls who could benefit from the Head Start program. How does it work?
Well, you know, actually we're partnering with Head Start because what they're seeing is that a lot of times parents are so involved in the Head Start program, but then when they go into traditional schools, they don't know how to stay and keep that involvement. So what's great is that in Head Start, parents have parent support specialists who help them understand how to navigate the U.S. educational system and how to be involved. But frequently they don't have an outlet for that. And so Girl Scouts, we're introducing them to Girl Scouts, how they can stay connected to their daughters, and the amazing outcomes that you get through Girl Scouts. So it's a great partnership. We're starting it in a few cities and we want to roll it out nationally.
Maintaining and finding ways to maintain that connection as parents get busy. It's central to early learning.
It is absolutely key to early learning, and having those great relationships and shared experiences, that's so important.
So many people may not know, I was not as aware of the Girl Scout Research Institute and the data-driven research that you guys do with some of the leading universities and the resources that you have as well. One of the reports last year, the Girl Scout Impact Study, and among your findings, I'm quoting from it, Girl Scouts also helps girls do well in the classroom and beyond. Compared to their non-Girl Scout peers, Girl Scouts earn better grades, have higher academic aspirations, desire a career in STEM, business, or law, industries in which women are underrepresented. Why do you think those connections exist?
Well, there's several very important ones. One is that single gender focus that we have. We're girls only, and that really matters, especially when you're trying to do something non-traditional. So what happens is there unfortunately is a lot of bias where maybe teachers will call on boys more, or girls will try something, and if they're not successful the first time, they'll quit and they'll say, I don't think I'm good at that. Well, at Girl Scouts you keep trying until you do that, until you're successful. Also, you're free to fail. You're free to try something, and if you're not good at it, you're not good at it, and that's okay. We actually celebrate failures because you've learned something that you're not good at. Sometimes girls, you know, they have high expectations. They can't do something perfectly. You're not going to do it at all. But in Girl Scouts, we really give you that opportunity to really develop yourself, have all sorts of interests. I mean, we do things from STEM, outdoors, entrepreneurship programs, arts, crafts. I wore this bead bracelet on purpose today.
I was going to ask where you got that. I thought you made a stop at Tiffany's on the way over here.
No, you know, we're experts in how girls learn and lead. So if you imagine 5- and 6-year-old girls, we're really trying to get them interested in STEM, and particularly coding. And if you talk to coding experts, they'll talk to you, okay, how you learn about coding, and you learn about computers and its basics, 0 and 1s and on off. If you're trying to teach 5- and 6-year-old girls about that, they're bored out of their mind. But what we do instead is we express the alphabet in 0 and 1s and on and off, and we ask them, we say the blue beads are 0s and the yellow beads are 1s. Now make a bracelet with your initials.
Wow.
Okay, so this is S and this is A expressed in binary.
Wow.
Now girls will do this in less than 15 minutes. The next thing is they want a longer string because they want to put their entire name, and then they want a longer string because they want to put all their best friends' names on it. And so what happens is they learn the project management skills because we ask girls to lead. They learn teamwork. And then those are skills that are very much transferable to the classroom. That courage and confidence that they gain in these other activities transfers immediately into the classroom.
I'm hearing you, and I'm hearing the importance of environment and context and building the right place, and that translates not only, I assume, to success within the Girl Scouts world, but to early learning. I want to pick up though on one thing you were talking about earlier, which is the parents and the caregivers, because you talked about that connection. You focus on girls, obviously, in Girl Scouts, but how do you talk with parents and caregivers about their role, particularly when many parents may not have the time? Is there anything tangible, tactical you could give, any lessons about how to engage parents with the girls?
Well, you know, in Girl Scouts, our model from the very beginning has been a learning model, which is take girl potential and teach her a skill, but then we ask her to apply that skill into leadership. And the fourth part of our model is parent involvement or caring adult. And at Girl Scouts, a lot of times our parents come into Girl Scouts and they're actually feel like, I can't be a leader, I'll just watch. But then little by little they get more involved and their own leadership develops. My mother was a great example. When she started, she watched me in Girl Scouts, saw that I was just thriving, so she wanted to be involved, but she didn't speak English. So my troop leaders invited her to be part of refreshments. And then they helped her learn English, helped her get her U.S. citizenship, because she was eligible for that. And then my mother became the troop treasurer at a time where she didn't even have her bank account. The first bank account she opened up was for Girl Scouts, then she opened up one for herself. And she then managed the cookie program, which is fantastic. So my mother's self-esteem grew as much as my self-esteem and confidence grew. I have so many parents tell me that being part of Girl Scouts has helped them, even more so than it's helped their daughters.
I'm sure, and that's remarkable to hear that your personal family tree is so intertwined with Girl Scouts and with the experience, and clearly must be a significant part of why you are where you are now.
Well, and yeah, that is true. And many of the things that I learned in Head Start, my teacher really encouraged me to role model that with my mother, and she used those same lessons for my developmentally disabled sister. So what you learn in early childhood is just applicable in so many ways in your life.
To close out, I want to ask you about some work that Girl Scouts is doing that I read about and speaks to, I believe, the hardest perhaps to reach kids. You have a number of troops in homeless shelters in New York City.
Yes, we have homeless troops in almost every major urban city in America.
Yeah.
The one that's most well known is Troop 6000, where we serve over 800 girls. And when you think about those girls, they want the same opportunities they see Girl Scouts having. And so we're so grateful for the partnerships that we have with the City of New York and other early learning organizations to make sure that those girls have the opportunities, because, you know, they see that Girl Scouts have such success. I mean, half of all female elected officials in America, Girl Scouts. 3/4 of the U.S. female senators, Girl Scouts. All 3 secretaries of state, Girl Scouts. Almost every female astronaut in space was a Girl Scout. We have outsized outcomes, and every girl who wants those should have the opportunity, and especially homeless girls, we want to make sure that they have the opportunities.
Sylvia, thank you so much for coming by the Early Learning Nation studio.
Oh, thank you. It's so important.